when you would drive into the big cities in this country back in 2025, you'd see signs like this for car parks. There are now so many places for people to leave their bicycles that we need them for those, for bikes. They're all in Dutch, I'm not quite sure why. I think something happened in 2027 no one wanted to talk to me about. But you know, we built that infrastructure and people used it, what do you know? And all those underground car parks, you remember underground car parks from 2025, we don't need them anymore because we've reduced the amount of cars by building amazing cycling infrastructure, amazing public transport. And so now those spaces are used in different ways for people to store their bikes. And it reminded me of in 2023 when I went on a holiday with my wife to Wales, and we saw this, and we spent 10 minutes looking at this, trying to figure out if we had our bicycles with us, what we were supposed to do with that. I mean, it's just rubbish. In the end, all we could think of was that you were supposed to turn your bike upside down and glue it onto the tarmac. We couldn't think of any other. So we did build cycling infrastructure, but a lot of it was rubbish. And now, in 2030, whenever you walk out of train stations, you see this, you see this, because we built the infrastructure. People used it. It was a lesson we can already see in 2025 from all around the world. When you build it, people will use it. And also the way that we build new homes for people, you know, it was very, very clear in 2025 that the housing industry was completely incapable of actually meeting the needs of people. When the housing industry was going to the government and saying, could you actually reduce the amount of affordable houses we have to build down to 20, 15, 10%? Well then, if you can't build affordable homes for people in the middle of a housing crisis, you're the wrong people to be building houses, actually. So what we saw instead was a big rise, inspired partly by the Mayday Saxonvale project, which was a real pioneer on that, but people building homes built by communities, for communities, owned by communities, built using ecological materials. This place we went to visit here, built using straw, clay, lime, timber from the local region. Every town, every city you go to now has an industry around it that is using local materials to make those buildings.